why do you buy? Why do you sell? I'm Ben Struck, and I'm here with the one, the only Daniel Fitch, who is somebody that always impresses me with articulation of everything. But nonetheless, we're talking about why. Why does somebody move in this market, either selling or buying? And I think there's a lot of factors. And what are you seeing right now today?
Yeah, well, thank you, Ben. I appreciate the compliment. And you made a fantastic comment earlier that they are simply not making more coastline. Santa Cruz County has historically had an abnormal rate of home appreciation, and it's always been a fantastic place to be for almost anybody in the world. I mean, there's 9 out of 10 people would love to be located in Santa Cruz County.
So with that, you hear people say, it's a famous real estate quote, in hindsight, the best buy you could ever make was the house 20 years ago, and any house. And here we're talking about a little bit of fluctuation in a market and instability in a market, and you're still having sales happen right now. And what is it that is a factor into that sale today?
Yeah. Well, there's a million variables that play a role, and I really like your point. You need to blow things into the bigger picture for people, because when you're shopping for houses in this market and you're looking at everything that was on the market yesterday versus this morning, it's really easy to get caught up in these very short picture comparison details that in reality could cost you a lot of money if it ends up being something that causes you to wait for a later market. And so it's always unpredictable. There's a risk associated with potentially waiting for a better time. And long term, no matter what you're seeing week by week, day by day, even month by month, if you look at it year by year, unless California starts sinking into the ocean here, I think real estate's going to be a decent investment for a while.
Yeah, and it's an interesting thing when we look at it, because people normally buy here for the lifestyle that we have around us. And there's a quote that's just circling around over and over again, which is, marry the house, not the rate. And, there's many reasons why somebody might marry a house. What factors, or why is somebody marrying a house right now?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I can tell you, it's probably for the same reasons that somebody married a house 10 years ago. There's so many things in Santa Cruz that are easy to fall in love with, and things that when they come up as an opportunity, you've got to jump on them. I'm showing clients some houses over on East Cliff right now with these ocean views, and I'm telling you, every single house is unique. There's not the same of any one house. If it's not quite perfect, you can always, do something to it, make it the way that you love it, make it yours. But the memories and the experiences that could potentially come from a purchase like that, I really just don't think you can put a value on. And by trying to save a little bit of money, potentially, costing you the house, typically doesn't pencil out as savings.
What you're saying to me is it's more about the lifestyle than it is about even the house sometimes. The corner store, walkable beach pathway, an easier commute location, that really plays into a factor larger than even the monthly payment that they get hyper focused on.
Absolutely. And I think one thing that you have to take into consideration too is that people are buying and selling lifestyle, and the lifestyle associated with a property and the location that that property's in. By having a property located in a desirable location, something that a lot of people want, it's something that's going to retain value and additionally be a lot easier to sell down the road. Additionally, if you're buying, let's say the worst house on the nicest street and it needs a heck of a lot of work, it's probably a pretty safe bet that any repairs, upgrades, even remodels that you do to that property are going to be something that you can get your equity right back out of in the long term, and so you can create the perfect house without really ever spending anything to do so.
And so really, as we've watched this last couple of years, you're talking location, location, location. We'll add a fourth one in. We'll put another location in there.
Yep.
in the last couple of years, you couldn't buy in the prime locations because it was so uber competitive that even if you put in the perfect offer with the, this, that, or the other, you were getting beat out. And now that you're saying that might be an opportunity to get in that right location.
Right now, we're seeing more inventory and less bidding wars than we were in the beginning of the year. And there's a lot more opportunity out there. As you're looking at now being able to get offers with potential contingencies accepted. You can do home and pest inspections. You have opportunities to negotiate. And if you're worried about an interest rate, potentially you can use that home and pest inspection to then renegotiate and get a seller credit to help buy your interest rate down. So you're paying less on the house, walking away with a better rate, and you have an ability to actually refinance that loan in the future as opposed to having locked it in at a point where it's probably not ever going to get better.
Interest rates are going to go up and they're going to go down. And I think if you find the right location for your family or for your lifestyle, put yourself in that best situation to win. I'm really impressed watching what you're doing. Just a quick story, if you don't mind telling them, how little do you have to come in with right now to get into a home?
Yeah, absolutely. So USDA loans, you could potentially come in with as little as 0 down. Super realistically, and the more easily attainable loans are FHA loans. You can come in with an FHA loan with just 3.5% down, and believe it or not, there are single-family, very livable turnkey houses in the county of Santa Cruz for under $600,000. You do the math, and if you're interested, if you want to see what those houses are, you give me a call. I'll be sure to send them your way.
This guy will never turn down a showing, and he's always down for the hustle. So appreciate having this guy on our team. Winner for life.
Thank you, Ben. You're the man.